and gentlemen, once again, as always, it's the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking General Miguel Magallon. And as always, it's the president, the founder, the CEO of Magallon Entertainment and leader of the sports betting Mexican podcast. What up, what up, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Back at it again, another week in the NFL season, and I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, my picks have been on fire. I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, my bets have been motherfucking smacking. I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, we have been absolutely killing and blowing the motherfucking brakes off this pussy. And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue it again this week. Ladies and gentlemen, last week, I think we went 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. And then yesterday or 2 days ago on Thursday, I was putting money on that Shakur Stevenson. Ladies and gentlemen, Shakur Stevenson, the next Money Floyd Mayweather. That motherfucker was bopping and weaving, beep, beep, pop, pop, ducking and diving, running around like a track star like Floyd Mayweather used to do. And I was telling you people, I was telling everybody, Shakur Stevenson is the next Floyd Mayweather of boxing. He does the same fucking strategy. He does a little quick fucking 2 or 3 jabs, beep, beep, pop, pop, and then he runs around in circles like a fucking dumbass. And then the other guy gets all frustrated. He gets all fucking, angry. He gets fucking flustered with himself because he's fucking, a lot of these other boxers, when you fight Floyd Mayweather, he'll come and jab you up real quick, bing, 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 and then he'll start running around in circles and shit, and then they all get frustrated because they're trying to sock this motherfucker and shit, and they over there throwing Hail Marys and throwing jabs and throwing the left hook, throwing the uppercuts, throwing straight jabs, and they can't fucking hit this motherfucker. It was like hitting fucking magic. He was like a ghost. Motherfucker's a track star in the fucking ring, just running and running and running and running, and the dudes get all fucking frustrated and tired like Conor McGregor. Yeah, what a bullshit fight that was. But basically the same strategy, right? You fucking, you hit him with a quick 2-3 jabs, bing, bing, bop, bop, bing, bing, bop, bop, boop, boop. And all of a sudden you just keep running and running and running and running, and you just run circles around that motherfucker till he gets tired. And then by the time you get to the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th round, his opponents are all huffing and puffing, all fucking tired. And then here comes Shakur Stevenson, coming with another uppercut, coming with a jab, beep, beep, pop, pop, beep, beep, boom, boom. And then he starts running again like a track star. And next thing you know, you're in the 12th round, and you're looking at the scorecards, and Shakur Stevenson has fucking like 9 rounds under his belt. You're losing like 9-3, 9-1, 9-2, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck, man, what am I supposed to do? And then that's when the fucking, the trainer, the coach, the fucking, your fucking leader, he's in the corner telling you, bro, you gotta go all out. Yeah, you're gonna leave yourself vulnerable. Yeah, he might fucking hit you. Yeah, he's probably gonna connect a few times or two. But fuck it, you're down 9-2, 9-0, 11-1 on the fucking scorecards, bro. You ain't got no other fucking choice. You gotta fucking land anything you can. You gotta take advantage of every and any opportunity. You gotta go all out, and you gotta give him this fucking smoke. And next thing you know, it's like hitting smoke. You're like, woof, woof, woof. Can't fucking seem to hit this motherfucker, just like Floyd used to do. And he just running and ducking and fucking, you know what I mean? Doing the moonwalk, the dubstep, the track star up in that ring. And next thing you know, he gets a fucking victory by unanimous decision. And everyone on Twitter is butthurt, all the boxing officials, all the boxing aficionados, all the fucking fighting experts, they get all mad, big mad, butthurt, looking like bitches on Twitter. Oh, he didn't even do nothing. He didn't even do shit. All he did was fucking land a jab or two, and then all he did was run around like a bitch. Man, fuck Shakur Stevenson. He a bitch, man. He a bitch, bro. He don't want that action. He don't want that smoke. All he does is just punch you like once or two, and then he runs around, bro. That's all he fucking do. And Shakur Stevenson standing there like, yeah, and I'm undefeated, fucking going 30-0 soon. I mean, again, his method, his strategy is just to beat you on the scorecards. Shakur Stevenson ain't got no knockout power. Shakur Stevenson is not fucking Mike Tyson. Shakur Stevenson ain't no fucking Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson ain't got no power. He ain't got no heat. He ain't got no fucking smoke. He ain't about that life. Ain't no fucking action in his fucking DNA. But he knows how to get a victory. Quick jab, beep, beep, and then run around for a minute or two. Then the next round, quick jab, beep, beep, run around for another minute or two. And then by the time you get to the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and the eighth, and the ninth, next thing you know, you look up at the scorecards and you're down 11-2, and you're like, what the fuck, bro? How am I gonna lose? What the fuck? This dude didn't even do nothing. He didn't hit me with no power. He's not being aggressive. He's not trying to fight. He's not trying to catch that fade. He's not trying to stand in the ring and fucking let's connect and let's see who fucking got that shit. He ain't about that life. All he did was run around in circles and hit me with a jab once or two. And guess what? All the scoring judges see is he hit you 2 or 3 times and you hit him zilch. Nada. Nothing. All you did was hit his fucking mirror. You hit his fucking shadow. You hit where he used to be. And that's what Shakur Stevenson is trying to do. Same thing as Floyd Mayweather used to do. Again, he's not trying to fucking KO you. He's just trying to get the easy fucking victory. And that's why on Thursday night, I was telling everybody, I was like, man, Shakur Stevenson, man, he is the next Floyd May Money Mayweather of this fucking sport, of the new generation. He is the new Floyd. All he does is going to give you a quick jab or two and run around in fucking circles like that same old bitch used to do. But guess what? If you're a sports bettor, if you're trying to make a profit, if you're trying to fucking boost your income, if you all about the dollar, the motherfucking moolah, the motherfucking bread, the dinero, the plata, the motherfucking gangrene, homie, what else are you supposed to do? Bet for someone to fucking, rock his shit? Not really. They're never going to connect because this motherfucker is going to be running away afraid as shit and no one's ever going to fucking hit this bitch. And so in the meantime, in between time, y'all can bitch all you want on Twitter. But guess what? Shakur Stevenson, he's still undefeated. Shakur Stevenson is cashing fucking tickets. And Shakur Stevenson is making people motherfucking profits. And last I checked, that's all that motherfucking matters. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, man, we've had a great fucking, weekend. We had a great fucking week last week. We've been on the motherfucking roll. We've been on the motherfucking guns. And we've been unloading the cannons on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Last weekend, we went 6-0, 8-0. And then, you know what I mean? What I tell you about those Phoenix Suns? What I tell you about those bitch-ass Lakers? What I tell you about those bitch-ass Clippers? What I tell you about these bitch-ass teams in the NBA, bro? What I've been saying? Phoenix Suns, they ain't gonna be shit this year. Because all these motherfuckers do is seem to lose because they racking up too many injuries. And I told you guys, from the motherfucking, the jump, before the NBA season even started, what was the Phoenix Suns betting strategy, America? Y'all remember? Because I said it 300-400 times on this podcast. I said the Phoenix Suns betting strategy is to bet them to lose every single fucking game this season. Every single fucking game. And I said the thing you should do is wake up every single morning. I swear to fucking God, hand to God right here. This is what you should do. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you check if the Phoenix Suns are playing a game that day. If the Phoenix Suns are playing a game that day, take the opening money line for them to lose every single time, every single game, no matter what. Because what's always going to happen is we're going to get closer and closer to tip-off, and the NBA thinking, oh, okay, Kevin Durant's going to play, Devin Booker might too, you know what I mean? Maybe Bradley Beal might show up, And so the opening spread is always fucking jacked up because Vegas always thinks that at least 2 or 3 of them are going to play. And then you get closer and closer to tip-off, Bradley Beal dealing with a fucking back injury. Devin Booker all here saying his pussy hurt. Kevin Durant says he needs to fucking rest one day. And it's like, bro, next thing you know, they went from 2, maybe 3 superstars to now it's only 1, maybe 2 superstars. And some days they don't even play like a superstar. They play like straight shit, right? And so I tell you guys, man, fade the fucking Phoenix Suns. Bet them to lose every single motherfucking game this season. Every single fucking game. I don't care who they play. I don't care if it's the fucking, the Charlotte Hornets, the Chicago Bulls, the New Orleans Pelicans, even the bitch-ass New York Knicks. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck who they play. Bet them to lose every single fucking game because Vegas is putting these spreads way too fucking high because, oh, they got KD and, oh, they got Devin Booker too and, oh, Bradley Beal. And I've been telling you guys from the jump, this team is not going to have a lot of games where they actually play together. Bradley Beal has missed at least 25 games for the last 5 consecutive seasons. I told you that shit before the season started. Guess what? Now he's out another 3 weeks. Are you kidding me? Fuck, no mames, wey. It's pinche motherfucking maricón, puto ass motherfucker. This motherfucker is always dealing with an injury. But I told you bitches that before the season started. I've been pressing the issue on that before the fucking NBA season fucking tipped off. I've been saying this shit since the start and beginning of this fucking podcast. That Bradley Beal has missed 25 games or more for 5 consecutive seasons. You really think he was going to play all 82 games this season? Hell no. Then Devin Booker. What have I told you about Devin Booker? Since he's been drafted into the league, Devin Booker has never played a full season in his entire career, which I think is frankly some bullshit. That's garbage. That's fucking pathetic. And there is no excuse because Devin Booker is still a young dude. What is he, like 27, 28? Like Devin Booker's young. I'm not even sure he's 30 yet. Devin Booker's a young dude. He's been in the league for 6, 7 years now. I remember back in the day before Chris Paul even went there. Back in the day, people used to say Devin Booker could be the next fucking Kobe. Kevin Booker was a fucking killer. Devin Booker was a motherfucking assassin. Devin Booker could be the fucking truth one day. I remember back in the day, before Chris Paul, before the fucking all those draft picks, before all the bullshit, when the Phoenix Suns used to suck, back when they used to, they weren't shit. Back in the day when Devin Booker was in his rookie year. Man, they were fucking garbage back then. And everyone was hyping up Devin Booker, saying one day he could be that dude because he's promising. And guess what? Every single season since he's been drafted into the league, he has never played a full season. This motherfucker stays hurt. He stays injured. He stays complaining about his pussy hurt. Bradley Beal, he used to be a trooper. He used to be a warrior. He used to have that dog in him. And for 5 consecutive years, he has missed at least 25 games or more. That's fucking sad, bro. That's fucking pathetic, and that's bullshit in my opinion. 5 straight years of missing 25 games or more. Devin Booker, a young dude, has never played a full season in his entire career. And then KD actually has an excuse. Kevin Durant has never played a full season in the NBA since he tore his ACL in the semi-Western Conference Finals back in the day when he was with the Warriors. You remember that shit? I forgot who they were playing. I think it was the Clippers. I think it might have been the Clippers or some team. I think it was the Clippers. Somebody, I don't remember. But it was the second round and he tore he got his ankle hurt or his leg hurt, a calf injury. And then he missed the Western Conference Finals and it didn't matter because Golden State ended up playing Portland and they knew they could beat him without him. And I think they actually swept Portland. And I said, that shit was embarrassing. Come on, Dame Lillard. Come on. I thought it's Dame time. I thought it's your time. And Damian Lillard versus the Warriors without KD. It was just Steph, Clay, and fucking Draymond Green. And guess what? They still got swept by the Warriors. I was like, damn, come on, Dame. Come on, fucking McCollum. Both them dudes was trash in that series. All they did was just kept doubling and tripling Dame and making McCollum and the rest of those dudes shoots, and none of them could do anything about it because they fucking straight suck and they were garbage. And the only reason they won games that season or any season with fucking Damian Lillard was because Dame was always going and pulling up from 30 and 40 and dropping 50 on dudes, and the rest of the team would always show up after Dame already got hot. So they were kind of always like front-loading, front-running type of group. But I remember the Western Conference Finals that year, Warriors without KD because he got hurt in that second round with the calf injury. So they sat him in the Western Conference Finals against Portland, and Draymond, Clay, and Steph still blow those dudes out. And it was a fucking 4-0 fucking sweep in that series. Again, embarrassing if you ask me. And then they went to the finals, and that was the year they paid Kawhi and the fucking Raptors. And I think they tried to rush KD back because I think they were down 0-1 in the series, and they didn't want to go down 0-2. So they brought fucking Kevin Durant back in that second or third game because they felt like they needed to. They didn't want to go down 0-2, 0-3 to the Raptors, you feel me? So in the NBA Finals, they try to rush KD back, and next thing you know, he plays for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then boom, that's when that ACL tear happens. That's when he fucking leaves the Warriors that offseason, and then he went out there to Brooklyn to go fucking waste his time with James Harden and Kyrie Irving and all of that bullshit nonsense. But after that, Kevin Durant, KD, has never played a full season in the NBA ever since that ACL injury. He's just never done it because teams, including the Nets, have always just been cautious when it comes to that injury. And anytime he ever says his calf hurts or his knee hurts or his leg hurts, everyone always wants to be, practice precaution because he is the franchise. He is that dude, right? And so KD, ever since then, since that ACL tear in the NBA Finals, he has never played a full season in the NBA. Never since then. Bradley Beal, 5 straight years of missing at least 25 games each. Every season he misses 25 games or more for 5 consecutive years. And then again, Devin Booker, he has never played a full season in his entire fucking career, even though he's a young dude, and I think that actually is, inexcusable, if you ask me. So with that being said, going into the NBA season, just as a reminder, everybody, before we get into this NFL shit, again, I am very bearish on the Phoenix Suns. I think they're only going to play 40, 50 games together, honestly, and it's probably going to happen after the All-Star break. If they're not playing together as a unit, after the All-Star break, then they're probably not going to make it past the first round or two. You know what I mean? Because that means something, catastrophic probably happened. So in my opinion, I think the Phoenix Suns, I think their big three, their trio, they're only going to play 3 games this season, 40, 50 games this season. They'll probably win like 80, 90% of them. But until that, in the meantime, in between time, from now until the All-Star break, I got to tell you, it's going to be off and on with a lot of these 3 of them. And I think they're going to lose a lot of games, including games that they should win, games that they're supposed to win, right? And they're going to lose a lot of them. So it doesn't matter if the Suns are favored by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, they were favored by 12 points against the San Antonio Spurs not too long ago, and they lost that game by fucking 25. So it doesn't matter if they're favored by 5, 10, 15, 20. They could still get blown out by fucking 20, 25. It doesn't fucking matter because they only have 1 or 2 superstars on the floor at any given time. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes KD plays like trash. Sometimes Devin Booker looks like fucking straight shit, right? Bradley Beal, he played 3 games this season. He didn't look like who he used to be. Again, that shit happens when you're always on and off due to injury. So again, I think the strategy remains the same. Fade the Phoenix Suns all fucking season. Bet them to lose every single motherfucking game, and you're going to make more money than not. Because these other teams that play them, they know that they're fucking bleeding and they only have 1 or 2 superstars that game. And they're coming in saying, we can beat these dudes. And these other teams are always going to be plus 200, plus 300, plus 400, plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 on the money line. Are you freaking kidding me? So again, if you bet the Phoenix Suns to lose every game this season, you're probably going to lose 50, 60% of the time. But that 30, 40% of the time you do win, you're going to cash out big money because you're always going to get the other team on plus 300 money line or more. You see what I mean? Like, these tickets, again, are big fucking payouts. Again, I took the Spurs to beat them, and I got them at like plus 900, plus 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, again, these teams are fucking, Vegas is basically overrating this team. So again, Phoenix Suns, fade them every single time. Fuck this team. They're always going to deal with injuries. I think they're only going to play 40, 50 games together, if that. But Vegas is always going to make them the favorite in every fucking game because, they got KD and Devin Booker, even though sometimes they pay like straight shit. Take the other team plus 300, plus 400, plus 500, plus a motherfucking 1,000 on the money line. And see what happens. San Antonio Spurs did it, and they were fucking, they were underdogs by 12 points. You got to be kidding me. Took that shit all day long, America. And then last but not least, the Clippers are garbage. James Harden's washed. James Harden sucks. And James Harden's a bitch to me. So to me, I look at the Clippers, fade them every single chance you get because this team plays no fucking defense. Kawhi and PG are the only ones with any heart on the defensive side of the floor. Westbrook is not who he used to be. And James Harden never played defense even when he was in fucking Houston and he was the fucking MVP. He never fucking played defense. It got lost somewhere in his beard somewhere. Get the fuck out of here with that nasty ass fucking shit. And he's fucking trimming if you ask me. So, with that being said, I've been fading the Clippers all year long. Every single time I see them play a game, I'm like, let me take the other team. And the Clippers are always a favorite for some reason. Again, that's besides me. It befuddles me. It confuses me. Clippers are favored in almost every single game this season because they have not just the big 3, they got the big 4. OMG. The fuck out of here. One of them's washed. The other one's a has-been. PG was and never was, in my opinion. And Kawhi's just Mr. Inconsistent. Some days he wants to play like a superstar. Other days he wants to act like he's a fucking role player. Bro, grow some fucking balls. You're the best player on the team. Act like it. But Russell Westbrook still acting like he an MVP. James Harden act like he fucking Steph Curry, like he a fucking GOAT. The fuck out of here, fake ass Hall of Famer, wannabe ass fucking Steph Curry. I can't believe this dude. And so James Harden plays zero defense, but he wants to act like he's captain of the team. Russell Westbrook still want to fucking, you know what I mean? Run around like he's still the MVP, trying to get his fucking fake ass triple double that don't even mean anything. And then you got Paul George and never was, right? And, still making that max money, even though all he does is fucking, keep bricking from three. And Kawhi, who's actually the best player on the team, but he's Mr. Inconsistency because he don't have the fucking balls, the huevos, the cajones to stand the fuck up and say, yo, bro, I'm the captain of this team. I'm the best player on the team. I'm the only one who plays defense on this team. Motherfucker, give me the ball. But nah, he just lets fucking James Harden just sit there. Dribble, step back three, brick. The fuck out of here. Fade the fucking Clippers. Garbage ass, bitch ass, punk ass, narc ass, pussy ass team. Ain't no fucking defense in their DNA. PJ Tucker's the only one who fucking, does that shit. And he be exhausted because he's getting frustrated. He'll play lockdown defense for like fucking 5 minutes. And at the last second, here comes James Harden. Whoopsie. Gives up a fucking layup for no reason. Like, bro, the fuck out of here. So, yeah, fuck the Clippers, fuck their bitch-ass team, and fuck their bitch-ass roster, if you ask me. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. I can't go on to football without having to say this. The bitch-ass Los Angeles Lakers. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm telling you guys, Anthony Davis is a straight-up bitch-ass, punk-ass, lame-ass, pussy-ass bitch. All this dude does is just stay with the injuries. Every time he goes for a layup, I think I'm dealing with an injury. Every time he blocks a shot, comes down, I'm dealing with an injury. Every time he shows up to the game, I think there's another injury. Every time he fucking dives for a loose ball, I think I got another injury. Every time he has to go to the free throw line, here comes another injury. Bro, grow a fucking nutsack, you pussy ass, punk ass, lame ass, pussy ass, bitch made motherfucker, man. I can't stand Anthony Davis, in case you ain't realized that. I can't believe we gave him another max contract, gave him that max contract extension. Now we're stuck with his ass for another fucking 3.5 years. Oh my God. I can't stand this dude. No wonder Shaq be so depressed. No wonder Kareem's upset. All the Laker greats, all the, best Laker centers, even Paul Gasol's fucking soft ass, he over there getting upset because this dude has all the talent in the world. His skills are basically through the roof. He could shoot the three, he could block, he could rebound, he got the mid-range, you could throw him in for an alley-oop, he could block shots on the other side of the floor, he could stop dudes at the rim, he could stuff it at the rim, he has fucking range from almost anywhere. And he plays like a pussy-ass bitch. Every time there's a midget guarding him, he wants to shoot it from three. And every time there's a big dude on him, he passes up the fucking three. It's like, dude, I see him sometimes he'll play like somebody like Embiid, and Embiid will be like, nah, bro, shoot the three. I'm not going to let you fucking get to the rim. And instead of shooting the three, he'll fucking pass the ball up or shoot a mid-range and then miss that shit. And then every time there's a little dude on him in the paint, instead of fucking dominating that dude, he fucking wants to shoot a fucking fadeaway. It's like, bro, he never takes advantage of the matchup opportunity. And the Lakers give him the ball. I know he wants to say he don't be getting the ball and shit. Nah, fuck that, bro. Demand the ball. Scream for the ball. Tell this motherfucker D'Angelo Russell, bitch, if you show up and if you shoot another fucking point blank three and miss that shit, you're off the team. By the way, I can't believe we gave him a new deal. D'Angelo Russell, are you kidding me? This pussy ass dude that plays zero fucking defense got fucking straight smoked by fucking Murray in the playoffs last year. You gotta be kidding me. This dude's fucking garbage, man. LeBron James out there, fucking 45 years old. He the best player on the team. Are you kidding me? That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. All these young dudes, fucking 17, 21, 25, 27, 31, and LeBron James, his old ass is the best player on the team, playing bully ball. LeBron James, like, all he does is just run to the rim and just try to run people over, try to Debo their ass. Fucking, you know what I mean? What penalty? and just fucking just, laying it up, dunking it on their ass, going up for alley-oops. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis trying to shoot a fadeaway three. Get the fuck out of here. Disappointed with the Lakers. Their secondary sucks. No communication. No cohesiveness. Still dealing with a lot of injuries. Gabe Vincent, motherfucker, left his heart out there in Miami. Hachimura dealing with a pussy injury. Austin Reeves got the max money talking about I'm him. Dude, you act like a nobody sometimes. I'd be looking for you. I'd be like, yo, LeBron needs some help. And here comes Austin Reeves not doing nothing for him. Telling you, you get the money, they act like a punk. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, fade they bitch ass too. Fuck the Lakers this season. So with that being said, let's move into some football. Let's move into some of these NFL bets, NFL actions, and let's see what we got going on this week. Because as a reminder, I'm riding like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game winning streak. Plus we got that ticket on fucking boxing last Thursday night. Ooh-wee. Making money on money, profits on profits. Got the tickets busting, ladies and gentlemen. We fucking killing them. We fucking murdering them. Ain't no face, ain't no case. It's a slaughterhouse on the podcast this evening. We are making fucking money. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you pay attention and make sure you guys write this shit down because these are all of my tickets for the NFL season, week 11 going down right now. Make sure you guys pay attention. Make sure you guys write this shit down and make sure you guys bet this shit because I'm going to cash you out one more motherfucking time around. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. When the general's about to teach you some shit, when the general's about to educate you on shit, and when the general's about to drop some knowledge in this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, you get the pens and the motherfucking pads and write this shit down.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight to it. So, let's start off with the quick recap. Thursday night football. Actually, let's go back to last week. Did we have a play on Monday night? We did. And who did I tell you bet on Monday night? Who did I tell you was the money line upset of the week? Who did I tell you was going to cash that money line ticket? That plus fat ass double XL money line juice. Who did I tell you was the upset of the week? The motherfucking Broncos. That's who. And I told you bitches, I didn't trust, I never really trusted, never really liked, never fucked around, with Josh Allen's bitch ass, dumb ass, big ass for no reason. And I said, man, this Bill team, man, I feel like there's just something off with them. Him and Diggs don't have no good communication. The head coach is looking lost now that the offensive coordinator left in the offseason. I mean, this whole thing just looked fucked up right now. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised, Broncos coming off a bye week, if they go in there and upset that ass. And I said, I had two money line bets last week. Both of them were fucking upsets. And I said, give me the fucking Raiders. And I think the Raiders were +1. But I took them on the money at home against the New York Jets. And I said the Raiders +1 at home. They fired the coach, McDaniels dumbass. The team is fucking rocking and rolling without him. The Jets are going in there. I don't trust fucking Zach Wilson. Fuck him. He looks like a dumbass. And I feel like the defense is just getting tired and exhausted of his dumbass. And I said, man, fuck that shit. Give me the Raiders. They got motivation. They got energy. They got the juice like that right now. And I said, man, they're running on that hype train. Los Angeles Raiders. Baby. Give me that shit. +1. Fuck that. Give me the money line. +10, +115 on that ass. And guess what? Raiders cashed me outside. By the way, real quick on the Raiders. I like their backup. O'Connell. I feel like their backup should have been the starter to begin with. I think a lot of Raiders fans do, honestly. I get it. Jimmy Garoppolo, he has that connection with McDaniels from back in the day when they were with the Patriots. And McDaniels actually was the one, him and Bill Belichick, they wanted to trade away Tom Brady and send his ass packing somewhere because they wanted to start Jimmy Garoppolo in his place. And they said that he was going to be the heir apparent. Yeah, good luck with that shit. Look at Bill Belichick now, looking like a fucking punk ass bitch without Tom Brady. Just my opinion, if you ask me. So with that being said, I said, man, Raiders +1, fuck that shit. Give me the money, +110, +115 on that ass. Because they got all the hype, they got all the energy, they got the motivation, they sticking and moving, bobbing and weaving, and they got the juice like that right now. Because they're fucking motivated now that McDaniels has left the building with his punk ass personality. So we cast that ticket on the money line upset, and the other one was the Denver Broncos. And I told you guys, Denver Broncos coming off a bye week. They just got done beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember that shit? First time Patrick Mahomes has ever lost to them. Their offense still looks like shit to me. It feels like it's basically Travis Kelce and a bunch of fucking Jimmy Garoppolos out there. You got to be kidding me. I said, nah, man. So Broncos, they pulled off the upset. They beat Kansas City. I mean, that was a shocker to me. Not really shocking, but, it was still kind of surprising because, you still trust Patrick Mahomes in that situation. And I said, now they got the bye week. And I said, honestly, Bills, Josh Allen, Diggs, this offense, they have a lot of fucking season-ending injuries on defense. Their defense is fucking garbage, not because they're playing garbage, but because like half their starters are gone for the season due to season-ending injuries. So you have a Buffalo Bills roster that is just saturated with season-ending injuries. You have a bunch of backups and backups and backups everywhere, starting like fucking 4 or 5 rookies. You got to be kidding me. Broncos coming off a bye week. I said, shit. I know Sean Payton's going to dial something up for that action. Come on, Russell Wilson. You got a bye week. Ain't no excuse. You better put up at least fucking 14, 17. He dropped 24. Not too bad. Again, Buffalo Bills, they're starting backups on backups on that defensive secondary because everyone's gone with season-ending injuries. So that's why I think the Bills have no chance to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even sure they're going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. And if they do, I don't think they're going to win anything. They might win one game and that's it. You know what I mean? Honestly. So Buffalo Bills, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if they end up trading Stephon Diggs in the offseason. Because I think a lot of people in that building are already sick and tired of his attitude. I think the coach is just tired of dealing with him. And honestly, I think Josh Allen is tired of dealing with him. I think Josh Allen, kind of like Patrick Mahomes and whatever, like he wants to be the man. He wants to be the captain. Kind of like, you know who he's like? He really is like Ben Roethlisberger. Because I remember when Ben Roethlisberger first got to Pittsburgh, he didn't win that Super Bowl ring. Trey Polamalu in that defense maybe, but it wasn't fucking Ben Roethlisberger. Get the fuck out of here. Ben Roethlisberger was a nobody when he got drafted by Pittsburgh. He was a scrub. He was a punk. He was a fat ass bitch in my opinion. Ben Roethlisberger was not elite when he showed up to Pittsburgh. He was not the truth. He wasn't fucking Linsanity. Get the fuck out of here. You want to know what the Steelers did under Mike Tomlin when they got Ben Roethlisberger? Right? All they did was play defense, run the ball. Play defense, run the ball. Play defense, run the ball. Actually, I don't even think Mike Tomlin was there. Mike Tomlin helped him win that second Super Bowl ring. I don't know about the first one. I got to look back into that. But the point is, Ben Roethlisberger, he's not the reason they won that Super Bowl. It was their run game and it was their defense. Just like Russell Wilson when he had the Legion of Boom back in the day. Remember that? So I look at Josh Allen. And I feel like he's kind of like another Ben Roethlisberger. When he first got there, all they did was run the ball, play defense. Run the ball, play defense. That's when that defense in Buffalo used to be elite. And now all of a sudden he got the money, he got the bag, he got that fat ass paycheck now, all that money in his back pocket. And he's like, I'm the man. I'm the motherfucker. I'm the truth up in this building. I'm the guy who gets to yell at wide receivers. And Stephon Diggs like, bro, you was a fucking bum when I got here. I made you a somebody. I'm the reason we almost fucking went to the Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. I'm the motherfucking reason that these wide receivers are wide open on 1-on-1s. Because all these other teams got to fucking double team me. That's the reason everyone's wide open and they got man-on-man coverage. And I'm out here getting doubled and triple teamed. And I still catch the motherfucking ball. Bro, throw me the fucking football. The fuck wrong with you? And Josh Allen's like, nah, man, I don't need you. I could win without you. I could throw the ball to anybody. And guess what? Not really. Dude's all right. He's kind of average without Stephon Diggs, in my opinion. I'm just saying, America, when he got there, he had a strong run game and a strong defense. Now, half the defense is gone due to season-ending injuries. Again, that's going to play big dividends in the playoffs. That's just going to suck. And on the offense, they don't even run the ball. The only time they run the ball is when fucking Josh Allen's in the scramble drill. And then when he's on that, he does the same thing Cam Newton used to do back in the day. Diving head first into somebody. Like a dumbass. It's like, bro, slide, take a knee, run out of bounds. And no, he'd rather just dive into head first into someone's kneecap, and then he wants to get mad when he fumbles the ball. Oh, that's all me. I got to be better. I got to be smarter. Even his head coach said, yeah, Josh has to learn to slide with the football or run out of bounds with the football. But he can't always go diving in head first and then fumble the football. You got to be kidding me. Josh Allen just doesn't learn because his coach, he's either a dumbass or he doesn't have the balls, the stones, the corazon, the huevos, the fucking nutsack to be like, Josh, if you fumble the football one more time, I'm going to bench your dumbass. And he just never does. So, in my opinion, I look at it from that perspective and I said, man, fuck the Buffalo Bills, fuck Bills Mafia. Y'all look like a fucking Looney Tunes fucking, teenage band group right now. I am very bearish on the defense. I get it. They got Von Miller back, but they don't even do nothing because the other half of the defense is gone with season-ending injuries, right? It's the linebackers, it's the corners, the DBs, the safety, the other defensive tackles. Half the roster is just missing with fucking season-ending injuries. And on offense, they don't really run the football. It's just Josh Allen or bust, and half the time he's fucking throwing picks and fucking fumbling the football. You got to be kidding me. The head coach looks aggravated. He looks frustrated. He looks fucking frustrated as fuck, in my opinion. And here comes fucking Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brother. Yeah, they need to get my man out of here. They're not even giving him the football. Josh Allen was a nobody when he got there, which is kind of semi-true. But the point is, it's like, bro, I think they're going to get rid of him in the offseason. I think they're going to go get some draft picks. And I think they're going to draft some young, fast receivers who aren't going to be as good as Stephon Diggs, but they're going to shut the fuck up and listen, and they're going to do what they're told. And in that situation, if you trade away Stephon Diggs for a bunch of draft picks, yeah, you could replace him with some receivers coming out of college football. They might be just as quick. They might be faster, honestly. But you want to know what they're going to do for Josh Allen? They're going to shut the fuck up and listen. And when Josh Allen speaks, the locker room's going to listen. Because when you trade Stephon Diggs away, now guess who becomes the man of that locker room? Now who gets to be the owner of the building? Josh Allen. And now he gets to kind of have his own team without anybody questioning him or yelling at him or trying to be on the fucking sidelines fucking pimp slapping him like Stephon Diggs tries to do and says, bro, give me the fucking football and stop throwing it to somebody. Throw it to me, bro. I'm the fucking truth. I'm the reason we could score touchdowns. And Josh Allen, sometimes I feel like he gets a little bit embarrassed because he knows it's the truth, but he doesn't want to admit it. So I think they're going to trade him away, and I think they're going to get some draft picks, and I think they're going to use that to get some new wide receivers, some fast wide receivers, maybe faster than Stephon Diggs. But the most important thing is going to be wide receivers who's just fucking shut the fuck up and listen, and they never question Josh Allen, they never question their head coach, and they're not out here demanding trades. I think that's what they're probably going to do. For better or worse, Stephon Diggs is probably out of there, just like Randy Moss back in the Oakland days. All right. So with that being said, I told you guys that shit was upset alert, and I hope you guys cashed out that $250 money line ticket. You're fucking welcome, America. So now we go into this one. We had that Thursday night action. That was a stay away game for me. I didn't post a video about it. I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to, be about it. Bengals and Ravens, that was a toss-up to me. Ravens were favored by 3.5, and honestly, I said it's going to come down to the Bengals defense. And this is before Joe Burrow got hurt, obviously. He got hurt in the game, and now it looks like he's done for the season. I was surprised, but not really. I feel like he's been dealing with that calf injury, that knee injury, that leg injury, talking about his pussy hurt. And everyone just kind of seemed to overlook it because they went on a 3-4 game winning streak. And now all of a sudden, he cracks his fucking finger or his hand. He pops something in the game. And now he has to have fucking season-ending hand, surgery. Go fucking figure. But honestly, I think it's better for him in the long run because he needs to get that calf injury worked out. I don't know if it's just surgery on the hand. Maybe he also gets a surgery on his leg. But I know he was limping on the field. His knee hurt. His back hurts. His calf hurt. His pussy hurt. Now his fingers hurt. I mean, damn. Now we can't finger his pussy no more. So it's good for him in the long run to go ahead and get healthy. But I feel like it really sucks for the team because now you're going to lose a lot of pieces in free agency because Ja'Marr Chase got that bag. Joe Burrow got the biggest contract in NFL history for like a day until Patrick Mahomes got a contract extension again. Go fucking figure. But Joe Burrow basically got at one point the largest contract in NFL history. Ja'Marr Chase, one of the highest paid wide receivers in NFL history. And, now you got T. Higgins going up and this guy and that guy and this other guy. And everyone wants a max contract on that team. They're not going to have enough money to spread around. So they're going to lose a shit ton of pieces in free agency. And I'm not sure how they're going to rebound next year. They're probably going to have to go look into the draft, but honestly, it's going to be hard. They can't depend on rookies next year because it's still Super Bowl or bust. You need Joe Burrow to win a Super Bowl eventually. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of them next year. I think they're going to lose a lot of players in free agency who are team captains right now. And whenever you lose a team captain and you ask a rookie or a dude in his second, third year to step into their shoes, that's a really tall order. That's a big ask for somebody in their second, third year in the league to be a fucking team captain. You feel me? So next year, I'm not sure how the Bengals are going to be able to turn it around when they're going to lose a shit ton of key pieces on that roster. I'm not saying they're going to miss the playoffs next year, probably this year for sure. Next year, maybe they still make the playoffs, but again, it's really hard to keep a roster together that's really talented when your wide receiver and your quarterback both want to be the highest paid players in their fucking position in NFL history. There's basically no other money to go around, and you have to fucking fill in the gaps with a bunch of rookies and a bunch of fucking backups and retards. It's going to be hard. So next year, that defense is probably going to suck. It's probably going to look like shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if the offensive line continues to suck and continues to look like shit next year. Because again, your quarterback and wide receiver are taking all the fucking money. So you have to rely on fucking shitty ass fucking backups and draft picks to fill in those gaps. And they're going to go down because of injuries as well at some point. So again, very bearish on the Bengals outlook. Not saying Jamar Chase isn't worth it. I'm not saying Joe Burrow's not the man. What I'm saying is you're making them the highest paid quarterback and the highest paid wide receivers in NFL history. That's going to take up a lot of salary cap. So you're going to be forced to start rookies on the defensive and offensive line of the football. And I think that's not really going to work well in the Patrick Mahomes era. You know what I mean? And, you see what's going on there with Brock Purdy, where they're just loading up the roster around him. They're not fucking around. They want to take advantage of the fact that Brock Purdy's barely making any money. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts still trying to make it back to a Super Bowl. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for Joe Burrow with him and Jamar Chase making so much money. And I'm not saying they can't pull it off. I'm saying it's going to be more difficult next year because a lot of key pieces are going to be leaving in free agency. And I'm not sure those draft picks are going to be able to step it up. And by the way, I'm not really a fan of the head coach. I don't think the head coach is really that good at football. I think Joe Burrow is just so elite. It makes him look like he's a good coach, kind of like Aaron Rodgers did with McCarthy, and they won that Super Bowl, and everyone's like, oh, look, McCarthy, he knows how to coach a Super Bowl team. Nah, bro, you had fucking A-Rod in his prime, and he only won one Super Bowl with you. Like, what the fuck else did he do for the other 9 years? Nothing. So McCarthy, and now you see him in Dallas, he still looks like a dumbass when it comes to football. I'm actually shocked that Aaron Rodgers was even able to win one Super Bowl fucking, trophy with him. I mean, again, McCarthy just looks like a fucking dumbass fat fuck to me. So I look at the Bengals head coach. There's nothing about him that says elite at football, in my opinion. He looks like an average fucking Joe fucking nobody. I think they need to replace his bitch ass too, in my opinion. Just saying, just my opinion. So, yeah, that was a stay away game for me. I also didn't trust the Ravens because I feel like every time the Ravens struggle, it's when the other team is really good at playing defensive football. Because Lamar Jackson, just like a lot of QBs, he really, really struggles against those elite defensive teams. And I'm not saying the Bengals are elite defensively. I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson, sometimes he has these hiccup games, like when he lost to the Colts, when he lost to the fucking Steelers, and then he fucking lost to the Browns, to Deshaun Watson. You got to be kidding me. But again, that's a good defense. And, I looked at it from that perspective and I said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Lamar Jackson has another hiccup in this situation. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. Odell Beckham, he's not who he used to be. So I just look at it from that standpoint and I look at the roster and I said, man, the Ravens are good, but they're not elite to me. They're not like, oh my God, they're, Super Bowl fucking favorites to me. I look at them and I'm like, yeah, they can be deadly. They're definitely, you know what I mean? They're a liability. Like, they can put anybody on upset alert, in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not over here saying, man, they're definitely going to win the Super Bowl and get MVP. They're tricky. So with that being said, that Bengals at Ravens game, that was a stay away game for me. I had no side. I didn't like the over-under. I just said, fuck it. Just watch the game and enjoy that shit on bitch-ass Prime Video that we talked about last week. That shit fucking sucks. All you do is get fucking glitches. Get the fuck out of here. Great job, Amazon. Looking like some fucking bitches, in my opinion. All right, so let's get into the Sunday slate of football here. Let's say I'll give you guys all the games and I'll tell you guys which one of them I'm leaning, which one of them I'm betting, and which one of them I'm fucking favoring. And make sure you guys write this shit down. So Bengals Ravens, stay away game for me. Next one, Seahawks Rams. Now this is an interesting one. Seahawks are at the Rams. I got to tell you, my gut says Seahawks, my brain says Rams. And you're going to ask me why. The reason my gut says Seahawks is because I think the Seahawks are a good team. I think they're the better team. And I feel like Seahawks are 6-3. I don't think they're going to win the division because, I think that's 49ers gang all day. But I feel like the Seahawks, they are a better team than the Rams, and they lost to the Rams opening week. I'll never forget that because I had the Seahawks in that game, and that shit pissed me the fuck off. But my brain says Seahawks. The brain says Rams, and the reason I trust the Rams in my head is because they got Matthew Stafford back again, dealing with injuries all fucking season long too. And Todd McVay is coming off a bye week. And McVay off a bye week is basically money. You guys know McVay, I'm not sure what's the statistic, but I think he's almost never lost a game after a bye week. I think he's undefeated after a bye week, or he only has one loss. He's either 9-0 or 8-1 after a bye week. And guess what the Rams are? Coming off a bye week. Now you'll say, yeah, but that was back in the day when they had fucking Jared Goff in his prime or Stafford in his prime, and they had fucking Ramsey in his prime and Donaldson in his prime and all these wide receivers in their prime and everyone was healthy. That was back then. He was undefeated after a bye week. So I get it. Right now, this fucking Rams team is not who they used to be. They don't have all-stars like that. They're not fucking stacked like that. And they're not fucking elite like that anymore. Not who they used to be. But McVay is still coming off a motherfucking bye week. So that's what kind of scares me. Is like, damn, McVay off a bye week. Would it really surprise me if he pulls off the win and the Rams are favored by -2.5? Would it really surprise me? Would it be shocking if the Rams pull this off, even though they're the fucking Vegas favorites by 2.5? Would that really be shocking to me? Not really. I'd probably just say, oh, look, Matthew Stafford got an extra week of rest with his old ass. McVay got some time to fucking dial that shit up. It's a divisional rivalry. You know what I mean? Would it really shock anybody if the Rams pulled this off? Not really. They're the favorites. And then I look at the Seahawks and I say, man, but I think the Seahawks are legitimately the better team. So who's going to win? Nobody. That's a stay away game for me. Moving on. Next one, Steelers at Browns. This one's a super stay away game for me. This is get the fuck out of here with that shit. This looks like it's going to be boring ass football. Steelers at the Browns. Deshaun Watson, he's done for the season with another season ending injury. You gotta be kidding me. All these bitch ass quarterbacks always complaining that their pussy hurts, their leg hurt. Bro, play some fucking football, dude. I'm telling you, too many bitches in the league right now, in my opinion. So whatever, Deshaun Watson's done for the season. I'm fucking done with him. I was pumping him up. I was excited to see him. I thought he was going to come back for fucking retribution and take the league by fucking storm so he can prove that he's really that talented and he deserved the biggest contract in quarterback history, NFL history. But no, instead he looked like a pussy-ass bitch too, and now he's done with the season with another pussy-ass injury. Steelers, meanwhile, by the way, Kenny Pickett, still a dumbass. Kenny Pickett still sucks. Kenny Pickett, still a bust in my opinion. I can't wait for them to replace him in the NFL draft because if the Steelers right now 6-3, it doesn't even matter if they make the playoffs. I'm replacing Kenny Pickett's dumbass, and hopefully he gets a good QB. But this dude is fucking overrated. He fucking sucks. He's fucking garbage to me, and he's really the only reason that's holding this team back. He's not getting better. He just fucking sucks to me. So, my opinion, stay away game for me. This is called stay the fuck away from me. Don't want it. Don't touch it. I don't even want to look at it. It's going to be garbage-ass football. Neither one of them are going to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Next, Bears at Lions. Ooh, Bears at Lions. Look at that spread. -8. Are you kidding me? Sheesh. -8. Man, damn, that looked juicy. I got to tell you guys, that -8 looking good to me. -8. What do you think you should do to me? Let me check this spread out real quick. So the spread right now is Lions. By the way, Lions are going to win all day. That's easy money to me. The money line is guaranteed. To me is, do they cover the spread? -8. It's tough, guys. It's tough. It's really, really tough to me. I mean, they were in a shootout last week against the Chargers, but the Chargers actually know how to fucking score touchdowns. It's just that their head coach is a dumbass to me. But the Bears, man, they're fucking hot garbage. I'm looking at this over-under, and it looks juicy to me. So this is what I'm thinking. I want to do a 7-point teaser here. I just don't know what I want to do it with. What do I want to tap those cheeks with, right? what kind of condom I want to use to pipe this fucking bet down. So on one hand, I want to take the Lions, take the 7-point teaser, and instead of -8, I want to get them at -1, which is probably what the whole world's going to be doing this weekend. I think everyone wants to take a 7-point teaser on Detroit and get them -1. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the over-under. Do I want to take it from 47, which is where it's at right now, and just take the over and just get it over 40.5? That sounds good, because I wouldn't be surprised if the Detroit Lions score 40 by themselves, honestly, right? Or do I want to take the under and instead of 47.5, get it under 54.5? That looks good, because I think like the Lions are probably going to blow them out in the first half, but then the second half they're just going to be running the football. Run it, right? And so I can see the Lions doing a lot of running in this game, particularly in the second half, once they come out to like a fucking 17-24 nothing lead. You know what I mean? And you get the under 54.5. I'm actually leaning under 54.5, because I think the Bears are going to score less than 14 points. I don't think they score more than 14 in my opinion. And the Lions, they can probably easily score 40, but if they're just running the ball in the second half because they, jump out to a big first half lead and they're up 17-0, 21-0, 24-28-0, I think in the second half they just run the ball, and they fucking run it fucking 15, 25 times in the second half. And the Bears, I think they're going to get a lot of sacks on the Bears with their dumb ass. So honestly, I'm leaning under 54.5. I'm really leaning under 54.5. I think there's going to be a lot of running in this game. The only thing that kind of worries me is that their games have been high scoring, even against garbage teams. So they beat the fucking Chargers 41-38. They beat the Raiders 26-14, which is what I think this game's going to be. I think this game's probably going to be like 35-14, 42-14, something like that. Kind of worries me again. I think the Bears score at least 14. But you look at they lose to the Ravens 38-6. They beat the Bucks 20-6. But then they have a game like the Panthers 42-24, Packers 34-20, Seahawks 37-31. Like they have these games where for some reason they just get into a shootout. Now I don't think the Bears are good enough offensively to get into a shootout, but I don't know. I'm leaning under 54.5. But I could also see just taking over 40. Because, again, I think the Lions can score 40 by themselves. Because they're going to get plenty of opportunities because the Bears are just a sorry-ass fucking team. And, again, every single game this year they've played, they've hit at least 40. Except the Bucks. The Bucks, that game was like 20-6. The Raiders win. That shit was like 26-14. So that was exactly 40. Every other game, for the most part, has gone over 40. This is tough. I don't know. I think you can go either way. I'm going to get back to that. But over 40 or under 54.5, that's probably the lean to me. But I want to take the Lions on the -8, and I want to take the 7-point teaser, get it -1. So we'll get back to that. All right, let's move on. Chargers at Packers, stay away game for me. Fuck Jordan Love, fuck the Chargers, fuck Stanley, fuck all these guys. I don't care about this game. This is just two sucky-ass teams. I don't want to put my money on the line against two teams that are fucking garbage to me. Next, Raiders at Dolphins. This is a super interesting game to me right here. I'm going to be honest. I have the Miami Dolphins and I have the San Francisco 49ers on the money line on a parlay ticket that I did with the boxing, Shakur Stevenson. So the Dolphins one, man. The Dolphins one is interesting to me, but I feel like it could be a trap game because the Raiders just have so much momentum. The only thing that I feel is going to give the Dolphins a huge lead is that they're coming off a bye week. But here's the thing about the Dolphins coming off a bye week. Yeah, the Dolphins are coming off a bye week, but I'd rather take momentum than a bye week. Right? Because you look at some of these games that they just came off of. They lost to the Eagles. They got their fucking pussy pounded. Remember that shit in Philly? Miami at fucking Philly. And Philly just ran the ball straight into their pussy and they couldn't do anything to stop it. And everyone's like, oh, they're the more physical team. They got all the fucking manpower. Miami got manhandled. Miami doesn't know how to beat a good team. Because Miami beat the Chargers, but they sucked. They beat the Pats, but they sucked. They beat the Broncos. At that time, the Broncos definitely sucked. That's when they dropped 70. But then they lose to the Buffalo Bills 48-20, and a lot of people say they got exposed up in Buffalo. But okay, next week they beat the Giants without Saquon Barkley 31-16, no big deal. They beat the Panthers, who gives a fuck, rookie quarterback. They beat them 42-21. So again, 90% of their wins have come against very garbage to mediocre teams. The Chargers, the Patriots, the Broncos, who definitely sucked back then, and the Giants and Panthers. Like, who gives a fuck? Who have they really beaten? Panthers ain't nobody. They got one win. Giants didn't have Saquon Barkley, and Danny Jones is a bitch. Denver Broncos, they definitely sucked back then, even though they're starting to come on strong. Patriots, I mean, come on. Mac Jones is dumbass. You kidding me? And then the Chargers, overrated, mediocre at best. And the one good team they played was the Buffalo Bills back then, and they got blown out in Buffalo. Big time. That shit was a bloodbath. 48-20. You kidding me? So finally they go up against another good team, which is the Eagles, and they got their pussy pounded in, and the Eagles just ran it in their pussy, just dumping in their nutsack, and they couldn't do anything to stop it. You know, Tua and fucking Tyreek Hill on the field yelling, rape, 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 because they were getting fucked on the field all day long. Jalen Hurts bent that ass doggy style, just tapped them cheeks in the middle of fucking the field. So, no, honestly, Eagles just pounded that pussy all night long. That shit was embarrassing. Grown-ass man getting manhandled like that. Like they were getting fucked on the field. It was sad. Then they go out there to New England, or go back home, and they beat the Patriots again. Whoopee! We beat fucking Mac Jones. Get the fuck out of here. And then they got to go play the Kansas City Chiefs out there in England. And remember Tyreek Hill? Kansas City. I'm going to be giving them work. I'm going to give them that work. They ain't ready for me, boy. I'm going to give them that smoke. I'm going to give them that heat. They ain't ready for the heat is on me. Yeah. I was talking all this shit. And lost 2014 out there in England. Get the fuck out of here. Tyreek Hill, man. Big ass mouth. Blank ass resume. Get the fuck out of here. So, they're, that was about 2 weeks ago. Now they came back. And again, all they do is lose to good teams. So I guess the questions you got to ask yourself is, are the Raiders a good team? Well, right now they're playing like it. Just because the record isn't indicative of who they are, because again, this is a new head coach, a new starting quarterback, and a new re-energized group. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm saying, yeah, I understand they got the bye week, but bro, if you ask me, what would I rather have? A bye week coming off of a loss, which was kind of embarrassing because the Chiefs were up like 21-0 on that ass? Do you rather have come off a bye week off an embarrassing loss? Really, too, because that fucking Patriots game was a throwaway game, and that Eagles game, you got that ass handed, that pussy pounded to me. And I feel like the Raiders, now with Josh Jacobs finally running the motherfucking football. Are you kidding me? They actually learned to run again? Oh, bro, I'm not going to lie, America. This is just me. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders pull the upset here. I would not be surprised, America. I would not be motherfucking surprised if the Raiders pull the upset here. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be fucking surprised if the Raiders pull the upset here. So to me, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys the biggest fucking money line upset of the week. Write this shit down. Because this shit's going to be huge. This shit's going to be massive. This shit's going to be motherfucking gigantic to me. Give me the Raiders on the money line, plus 600. And tell me why, America. This is just me. Tell me why. I'm going to take the over 48. Because I think the Raiders are going to score anywhere between 21 to 28. And I think Tua, like he always does in England, he's going to throw some late touchdowns or some late fucking game interceptions. And I think this is going to be like that game against the Bills, where I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders are winning and they score like 21-28 in my opinion. But then they get an extra 7 to 14 points off silly ass, stupid ass interceptions and mistakes. Because Tua, when he's down late, he's just going to underthrow the football because that's all he knows how to do. Like, this dude sucks to me. He's overrated. My opinion, he's overrated. I can't believe you guys were thinking he was the MVP of the league. Get the fuck out of here. You sound brain dead. This dude fucking sucks. Overrated. It's all about Tua. And the problem is, Tua doesn't have a cannon. Tua can't throw the deep ball. Tua is not that fucking guy, America. I've been saying it for 5 years, and you guys don't believe me because he gets Tua, and all of a sudden you guys think he's the MVP. Get the fuck out of here. So I look at it from that perspective, America, and I got to say, Raiders, Dolphins, look, I have the Dolphins on the money line ticket, with them and the 49ers, right? And I actually want to do another one. I want to take Dolphins, and I want to take, again, the 49ers, and probably throw the Cowboys in that shit. I'm going to get to the Cowboys in just a minute. Stand by. But I look at it from that perspective, and I said, man, I already have so many tickets and so much money with the Miami parlay. I feel like I got to put some insurance on the side. And now that I just saw that fucking victory against the fucking Jets, I got to tell you, these Raiders are playing with heart. These Raiders have finally found their fucking scheme. It's run the motherfucking football. O'Connell is a good QB. He's a better quarterback than Garoppolo, in my opinion. I think they're willing to ride for their coach. They love their coach. They fuck with their coach. They fucking ride or die with their coach. Raider Nation Stand Up is embracing the head coach right now. This team is fucking changed. This team is re-energized. This team is fucking motivated. This team could make some noise in the postseason, in my opinion. Because this is a team who actually loves their coach and actually fucks with their quarterback. Not Jimmy Garoppolo's dumbass, in my opinion. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is just me. I think I'm going to fucking take the Raiders on the money line. Because again, I'd rather have momentum than coming off a bye off basically back-to-back embarrassing fucking losses. I understand the head coach is really good in Miami, but it doesn't matter because Tua can't throw the football deep like that. That's why all his interceptions are always when he throws it fucking not far enough. So to me, my opinion, this is me. Give me Raiders on the money line and give me the over because I think the Raiders are going to score at least 28. Dolphins should be able to score 21 late in fucking garbage time because you know Tua's not going to go down without a fight. Tua's going to fucking, he's going to be throwing the ball everywhere. He's either going to throw a pick six or he's going to throw a TD to Hill so he can make sure he gets his stats at the end of the day. But you look at the worst performances. Look, against the Chargers, they score 36. Against the Patriots, he scored 24. They dropped 70 on the Broncos. They scored 20 in the loss to Buffalo. But then they score 31 in the Giants, 42 against the Panthers. They score at least 17 against the Eagles. And they score 31 against the Patriots and then only 14 again, garbage time against the Chiefs. So no matter what, their floor is always going to be about 14-17. Tua and this Dolphins is too high-powered not to score at least 14 to 17. They're going to get some dudes coming back off of injuries, some dudes, talking about their pussy hurts, and they're going to get some fresh bodies coming off this fucking bye week. So I think they're going to be fast, I think they're going to be ready, and I think they're going to be running all over the place. So I do think Miami, and the Raiders defense is not elite. They're good, but they're not elite. I think Tua's probably going to score somewhere between 17 to 21. But I think the Raiders can probably put up around 28, maybe 35 on that ass. So to me, I'm actually fucking with the over right now, and I would love to get it over 47.5, and I think you're going to see at least 48. Again, I got the Raiders scoring at least 28, minimum 21, but at least 28. But I think Miami's going to score, somewhere in that 17 range, maybe more. So I think it's probably really likely that over hits. I know the Raiders are going to run the football, and that's going to kill the time. But I think Josh Jacobs is going to break free. I think he's going to run. I'm telling you, I have the Raiders scoring probably 14 to 17 points in the first half. I think the Raiders score 14, 17 points in the first half, and we're going to look up in the third or fourth quarter, and the Raiders are going to have 24 to 31 points. And Tua's going to have to do some fucking last-second bullshit to try to score some late touchdowns. So, I don't know. I'm really fucking with the over. I don't know. How about this? I'll just take the money line for now. I'll sprinkle some money on the money line because they're plus 600. And then I'll have another side ticket where I get the money line and the over. So I'm basically doing a double bet on this game. I'm taking the Raiders on the money line and the Raiders with the over on a separate ticket. So that way, even if the over doesn't hit, the original ticket, which is Raiders on the money line, that's going to hit. And to me, that is my upset of the week. To me, that is the upset victory I'm looking at right now. Give me the motherfucking money line. Give me Raiders. Give me Raiders all day. Give me Raiders all day, but I'm telling you, I'm going to get another ticket right now. I'm better with the over. I might just take it all and just take the Raiders and the over. Over 47.5 looks good to me because, again, I'm telling you, the Raiders can probably put up 28 right now. Miami's defense is not elite. They put up 16 against the Jets, and that's supposed to be like an elite defense. I think they score minimum 21, but my base case is 28. Don't be shocked if the Raiders put up 35 on that ass in Miami. They're riding the motivation right now. I'm telling you. And then after that, they're going to go clubbing in Miami and go balls deep in some Brazilian pussy. That's just how they get down. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Raiders money line. Woo! Might want to take the over on that game. Next up, Giants at Commanders. Nobody cares. Next, Cowboys at Panthers. Super interesting. This is a teaser game to me. Remember, Detroit, I like the -8, getting them down to -1, thinking about the over-under on that game. Here we go again. Whoo! The motherfucking Dallas Cowboys, or Cowgirls in some nations. Here we go. -10. The over-under is 42.5. This is easy. This is my favorite teaser, and this is my favorite bet. Let me say that again. Ladies and gentlemen, write this shit down. This is my favorite teaser, and this is my favorite bet. This is my teaser, my / bet of the week. Right here, right now. I'm going to get the Dallas Cowboys -10.5. I'm going to take the 7-point teaser and get them to 3.5, right? 7-point teaser, get them to 3.5. I think they're winning this game by more than 3 points, so I don't care about the hook. Fuck a hook, right? We all about the beat now. So 3.5 is what I'm taking. And then on the over-under, they got it at 42.5. I'm going to take the over and get it to over 35.5. Because right now the over-under is 42 on the 7-point teaser. Instead of over 42.5, you can get them at over 35.5. I think it's going to go over 35.5. I think the Panthers might put up 7 points. It's going to be like that Giants game where like the backup QB for the Giants at the very end of the game, he scored like some bullshit ass touchdown that nobody really cared about. I think it'll be the same thing. Yeah, the Giants they scored 17, but it was all like in the second half of the game. Nobody really cared. Giants were up by like 40 by then. I think it's the same thing. I think Bryce Young is going to go out there. He's probably going to score 7, maybe 14 points if you're lucky, and it's going to be in garbage time. It's going to be when the Cowboys are already up 35 to 6 type of shit. So I think the Cowboys, if you get the over-under at 35.5, I think the Cowboys get the 35 by themselves. Honestly, I think Dak Prescott's probably going to score somewhere between minimum 17 to 28 points in the first half. I think Cowboys score by themselves 17 to I think Cowboys score a minimum 17 points in the first half, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put up fucking 24. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So yeah, I think Cowboys score 17 to 24 points in the first half by themselves, and I think they get to the 30 points somewhere in the third to quarter to early fourth. So yeah, I think the over-under is perfect because I think they're winning this game by at least 3.5, and I love the over-under. Over 35.5. Again, the over-under is 42.5. Take the 7-point teaser with it and get it to over 35.5. That is my favorite bet. That is my favorite teaser. That is my favorite ticket of the week. I think the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the league when it comes to playing bad teams. And the 49ers, who I actually think are legitimately the best team in the league, particularly when they have Trent Williams and Deebo Samuels back and they're healthy, I think the Buccaneers struggle beating bad teams because I think they know they're so good and they're so stacked and they're so loaded. Sometimes they overlook the bad teams, like a Cleveland, like a Vikings, like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like sometimes boxers do that too. Or even UFC fighters in MMA, you see that happen in the UFC all the time. Dudes will fight a guy who's like unranked and he, people think he's a nobody. And next thing you know, kind of like fucking, what was her name? What was that bitch in MMA? Well, I forgot her name. Holly Holmes. Who did she KO? Ronda Rousey. Remember that shit? Ronda Rousey was like the bad bitch. She was the main bitch. She was the fucking legendary hoe. And all of a sudden she fought this fucking girl out of nowhere named Holly Holmes, who was kind of like a nobody. No one really ever heard of her. And clocked that shit back and fucking broke her in her fucking head. You know what I mean? Remember that shit? And then, she became a household name for like a week. And anyways, Ronda Rousey made her fucking triumphant return, and she said she was starving for success, and then she went in a cage with this fucking animal called who did she fight again in the UFC? I forgot her name. The fucking Brazilian bitch. Fuck, I'm having a brain fart now in MMA. The Brazilian bitch. I forgot her fucking name. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Nah, because I can't get off the podcast without saying her name. Brazilian UFC fighter females. What the fuck was her name? Fuck. I found it. Amanda Nunes. There you go. Amanda Nunes is a fucking animal. She's a beast. She's a goat. She's legendary. She goated in my opinion. Amanda Nunes is she is a killer out there in the cage. And I remember that fight. She went back to fight in the UFC. She went in that cage against Amanda, and Amanda fucking rocked her shit. That shit was like, beep, beep, beep. She just broke that bitch in half. Ronda Rousey was in the cage all sad and shit, crying. I can't believe they did that to me. All crying and shit like a little puta ass bitch. She had to run away to the WWE. Get the fuck out of here. Amanda Nunes just retired too. I think it was last year. fucking double fucking, champ, fucking got married, had a baby with her wife, living that good life now. People are saying she was dodging the competition. It's like, bro, she owned the competition. You know what I mean? Like, nah, she goated in my opinion. She's one of the best to ever do it. And now the female UFC is basically nothing without her because, Holly Holmes is, going back to who she used to be, a nobody. Ronda Rousey is out there in the, WWE. Nunez fucking retired. Cyborg, people are tired of. So UFC, MMA, that women's division, it's kind of fucking boring now. UFC's kind of boring now. John Jones, his old ass, kind of like LeBron James, still trying to, keep it competitive, but they don't really have a name other than O'Malley. O'Malley's just trying to be the next McGregor, get on everybody's nerve until he gets a big payday. O'Malley out here talking about, I'm going to fight Ryan Garcia, I'm going to fight Tank Davis, I'm going to fight all the fucking boxing champions, and I'm going to show them that I have what it takes to make it. He's doing the same thing Conor McGregor did. The only difference is he can't find a Floyd Mayweather who's willing to offer him $100 million the way Floyd did to McGregor. So, he's out here trying to fight like a fucking Ryan Garcia, but he's too scared to get in the ring with a Tank Davis. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's weird, but O'Malley is basically like the biggest name in MMA right now because, Francis Ngannou left to go fucking fight Tyson Fury, and I think he actually beat Tyson Fury low-key. So, Francis Ngannou's gone. I thought he was going to fight John Bones Jones. That didn't happen. So they let him walk like a dumbass. UFC fucked that shit up. Now John Jones is fucking, he's having his last fight of his career. He's probably going to win this next fight coming up next for the heavyweight championship. And then I don't know. Who does he fight after that? Adesanya? Adesanya's talking about Israel Adesanya. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He said he's going to take a year off of MMA so he can let his body fucking recover. And he's not even sure, he might stay away from MMA for maybe 2 years. He's saying he's going to go on vacation. He's going to travel the world. He's going to fuck a bunch of bad bitches. He's going to party, strip clubs, hookers, hoes, escorts, video games. He's enjoying his best life. He's a multi-millionaire and he's not even 35. You know what I mean? He says he's going to go balls deep in so much pussy, his dick's going to go limp. Like, he's just going to be fucking hoes for days. He's enjoying his fucking money he made. So John Bones Jones can't even fight him no time soon because, again, Israel says he's going to be gone for at least a year or two. So not to get too far into MMA, but, again, you look at this female division, dog shit, nobody cares anymore. And you look at the men's division, O'Malley's the biggest name. Israel's gone, Francis Ngannou's gone, John Bones Jones is about to be gone. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, who do we really have left? A bunch of washed ups and has-beens, a bunch of dudes who've been fighting for the last 10, 15 years, but they're not who they used to be anymore. They're kind of washed. So you look at this division, you look at UFC MMA, they don't really have a big star right now to take the reins. They don't have a Tank Davis or a Ryan Garcia or somebody where you're just like, ooh, look at him. You know what I mean? Like, there's really nobody in the UFC that I would pay $49.99 to watch fight again. Like, they're all kind of just boring or average or washed up to me. So, anyways, though. So, yeah, that happens in MMA. That happens in the UFC sometimes. Sometimes a guy gets really successful. He gets really big-headed. He thinks he's a shit. He thinks he can beat up, the dog shit out of anybody. And then he fights some no-name dude coming out the street, and he gets the ass beat. And then everyone's like, damn, what the fuck is that? Because they overlook them because they get so caught up in their success. I think the 49ers be like that sometimes because the 49ers know they have the best roster on paper. And when they deal with injuries like Debo and Trent Williams get hurt, and you know what I mean? You deal with that shit, and then all of a sudden, shit goes sideways to south real quick. So I think the 49ers. I think the Niner gangs, I think Niner Nation, Niners team is for real. I think the Niners are the best team right now in football, in my opinion. But I feel like the Cowboys are the most consistent because they consistently lose to all of the good teams and they consistently blow out all of the bad teams, right? Like, they are consistent. If your team is bad, they're going to smoke you and blow you out 49-0. Your team is good, Dak's going to give you fucking 3 or 4 fucking fumbles and INTs like it's nothing. They're consistent. They consistently fail, they consistently suck, and they consistently blow out the bad teams like they fucking suck. So that's who they are, Mr. Consistent. They'll consistently fail when it matters most, and they'll consistently look good when it matters the least. That's just who they are, the Cowboys of the East. So I look at this game against the Panthers. Are you kidding me? 10.5. Give me 7-point teaser. Get it down to 3.5. That's nothing to me. Fuck the hook. Nobody needs it. They're gonna win this game by fucking 30. And then the over under 42.5. Fuck that. Cowboys over 35.5. They'll score the 35 by them damn selves. But I think Panthers again, just like the Giants, late game, garbage time. They'll throw like 1 or 2 touchdowns. So I expect the Panthers to score anywhere between like 7 to 10 points, maybe 14 if they're lucky. But 7 to 10 points to me sounds about right late in the fourth. So yeah, Cowboys, I think they win this game 42-14, just like they did the Giants, just like they did a lot of teams this season. But this is my favorite play, this is my favorite ticket, and this is the teaser of the week. Make sure you go hard on this bitch. All right, next up, who else we got? Titans at Jaguars don't mean shit to me. I lean the Jaguars. 6.5 is tough for me. That Will Levis kid or whatever, he's all right to me. I think he's better than Tannehill's bitch ass. Again, I told you they need to draft a new quarterback in the draft too. Deepest one in the last 15 years. I say that on every podcast, but I mean it. Even the side of Caleb Williams coming out of USC. This is the deepest, strongest draft for quarterbacks in the last 15 years. There's probably going to be at least 6, maybe up to 9 QBs taken in the first round this year. And I'm not saying they're all lottery picks. I'm not saying they're all the next Peyton Manning or Drew Brees or Russell Wilson or any of that shit. What I'm saying is there's 6 to 9 quarterbacks that are going to get taken in the first round. Because if you're a GM, you always want to have that 5th-year option on the rookie QB. Just saying. So, with that being said, though, Titans, Will Levis, he had a bad game the other week against the Bucks, but this might be a good bounce back game. Let's see. How'd that last week go? Because I remember they sucked last week. Checking their schedule. Yeah, they lost 20-6 last week. Then they lost 20-16 against the Steelers. So Will Levis is kind of, starting to come back down. But, you never know. The Jags just got fucking murdered by the fucking Niners last week. What was that shit? That shit was disgusting. That shit was what? Jags game. Yeah, 34 to fucking nothing, basically. So, maybe this is a good bounce back week. Maybe the fucking Jags figure it out. They find their fucking soul again, find their nutsack. Jags haven't lost back-to-back games all season. So this might be a good spot. So going back to that Detroit game, how about this? This will be my second teaser, and this will be my least favorite. So this is the second teaser of the week, but it's my least favorite. Give me the Jags even money, because they're -6.5, -7. So I'm basically going to get them at even. And then give me the Lions from -8 to -1. So basically just give me the Jags -1 and give me the Lions -1. Because I think the Lions will absolutely beat the Bears. And I'm fairly certain that the Jags will beat the Titans. And I think the main reason is I think that coach probably got all up in their ass, Doug Peterson, because the 49ers just fucking buried them. So hopefully the Jags pull their head out their ass. And by the way, the Titans, they're probably not even trying to win games right now. They know they're not going to the postseason. But I think the reason the Titans are okay with losing is because there's so many quarterbacks in this draft. And look, the Titans are 3-6. There's only one team that has a worse record, and that's the Cardinals at like 2-8. Oh, the Panthers are 1-8. Giants are 2-8. Okay. So there's a few teams with like 3 teams with a worse record. But the Titans, look, if everyone else just wins one more game and the Titans can stay here at 3 wins and just keep racking up losses, the Titans might get Caleb Williams. Who knows? But worst case, they get the second round, they get the second pick in the draft, the third pick. That's not that bad. If you get the second or third pick in the draft, you're still going to get a really good QB. You know how many good QBs there are in this draft? There's at least 3 to 5, maybe 6, 7, depending who you're looking at. Again, I think 9 QBs are going to get drafted in the first round. So you get the second or even third pick in the draft, you're still going to get a really, really good QB. Better than Ryan Tannehill's bitch ass. So to me, the Titans should look to keep stacking up losses so they can get their franchise quarterback soon. Because right now they're doing a disservice to Derrick Henry, who's basically in his prime and wasting it, doing absolutely fucking nothing because they don't know how to utilize him right, because every team is stacking the box 8-man deep because they know the quarterback can't beat him with his arm. Will Levis is better than Ryan Tannehill, but let's not pretend like he's the next Joe Burrow either. So again, teams are still loading up and stacking up the box against Derrick Henry, and that's why Derrick Henry leads the league in tackles for a loss, because every time he gets the ball, he can't get past the line of scrimmage because there's like a million linebackers there waiting for him, because they know that the quarterback can't beat him deep, because the receivers can't get no separation, the offensive line can't hold up for protection, and they really have nobody on the outside that can go in deep. So to me, I think the Titans are washed. I think they're done. I think they should keep stacking up losses, and they should get the second or third best QB in the draft. And if they do that, they get the second or third best quarterback in college football and pair that kid up on a rookie contract with a Derrick Henry, trade Ryan Tannehill away for a bag of popcorn somewhere and a fucking pack of Skittles, and shit. Now all of a sudden you got DeAndre Hopkins. I would shut him down and let him rest going into next year. And, next year you can start fresh with a healthy DeAndre Hopkins, with a healthy Derrick Henry, with a QB who has a motherfucking cannon for an arm, and just fucking draft a bunch of fucking wide receivers that can go deep. And now all of a sudden you got a QB with an arm, and you got Derrick Henry, and a bunch of fast-ass lightning speed wide receivers coming out the draft. Ooh-wee, can somebody say play action to me? You gotta be kidding me. Give me the Jags to win this game, and I think the Titans are going to keep racking up losses, and that's the way it should be. So again, it's my least favorite teaser, but I'm still fairly certain about it. I'm 75% sure. Write that down. 75% sure that this teaser cashes. Give me the Jags -1, tease with the Lions, also -1. My favorite ticket and my favorite teaser up to this point is Cowboys teaser. Cowboys -7, to 3.5, and then the over-under, get it over 35.5. That's easy money to me. Now, you guys wanted some upsets. I gave you one earlier. I said I love the Raiders money line, and I might even sprinkle a little something on the Raiders and the over on that motherfucking game. And here's a third one. Cardinals at Texans, give me the Cardinals. And you guys are going to say, nah, man, CJ Stroud, MVP of the league, not just rookie of the league. He could be fucking MVP of the league. Come on, General. CJ Stroud, he just beat Joe Burrow. He beat this guy. He beat that guy. Who, it doesn't fucking matter. Kyler Murray is out here, and Kyler Murray is starting to play his ass off. Give me the Kyler Murray show, Arizona on the money line, plus 200. And you're going to say why. This is probably actually legitimately my worst ticket. This one I think is 50-50. But you're going to say, why is Kyler Murray playing his ass off, and why should we believe in him now? Because he is doing everything in his fucking power to make sure they don't get Caleb Williams in the first round. That's why. Honestly, Kyler Murray is fighting for job security at this point. And Kyler Murray knows that if he wins, Kyler Murray literally only has to win maybe 2 more games from now until the rest of the season. So he has 7 games remaining on the schedule. They're 2-8, right? So that's 10 games. He's 2-8, 10 games in. He has 7 games left remaining on the schedule because it's a 17-game season now. He only has to win 1 of them, maybe 2, and then for sure they're not going to get the first pick in the draft. It's going to end up going in Chicago because Chicago owns the Panthers' first-round draft pick, and they're 1-8. So Cardinals already have 2 wins. They just need to win 1 more, and for sure they're not going to get Caleb Williams. And that's what Kyler Murray is afraid of. That's what he's worried about. Because he knows if Arizona gets that number 1 pick and they get an option, he knows they're going to trade Kyler Murray away to some fucking dog shit team that's probably not going to play him anyways. That he's just going to be a backup quarterback, probably in Miami, honestly, because Tua's always getting hurt lately, especially in the end of seasons. And they're probably going to trade him to Miami or somewhere like that. Maybe the fucking Patriots. Who fucking knows? And they're going to draft Caleb Williams, and they're going to move on without him. In my opinion, Kyler Murray is overrated. Kyler Murray is washed. Kyler Murray is he's not even a has-been. He's a never was. He's too small. He's too fucking slow. He has a bitch-ass attitude. He always wants to talk back to his coaches. He wants to walk around like he has the fucking biggest dick in the room, even though he's a fucking midget. He has a bitch-ass attitude. He's a bitch-ass influence, negative impact, shitty leader, shitty fucking, everything. I hate this fucking dude. Fuck his attitude. Fuck his game. Now he's not even healthy. He has a big ass ego for nothing. Never accomplished anything. Fuck this dude. He acts like he's fucking Tom Brady when he's in the locker room. Get the fuck out of here, bro. So to me, I think the Cardinals, no matter what, whether or not they get Caleb Williams opportunity or not, they should draft a new quarterback in the draft, no matter fucking what. Fuck Kyler Murray's bitch ass. But this weekend, I'm going to take him on the money because I know why he's really fighting hard. He's not trying to win games. He's not trying to make the postseason. He's trying to secure the bag and maintain his job security. That's why he's fucking going balls deep and coming for that ass. Not because he cares about the team, not because he cares about winning, and not because he cares about his fucking reputation, let alone his legacy. He cares about his fucking bank account, he cares about his money, and he cares about his job security. And in this day and age, can you really fucking blame him? Not really. So with that being said, my least favorite bet, I think this is 50-50, but give me the Cardinals on the money line plus 200. Give me Raiders on the money line plus 600, and also sprinkle a little something, give you a fucking 7-piece tonight. and give me the Raiders and the over. I love the Raiders and the over 48. I gave you guys a teaser, 75% chance of victory in my opinion, Jags -1, Detroit -1, and then my favorite play, give me the fucking Cowboys -3.5 and over 35. Next up, we only have 3 more games. That Eagles-Chiefs game, that's a stay-away game for me. I think the Eagles should win. My brain says the Eagles are going to win, but my stomach says the Chiefs are going to win. I'll probably make a special clip on that on Monday night, but right now that's a stay-away game for me. Next up, Vikings at Broncos. Who cares? Josh Dobbs looks like he's another Geno Smith trying to play for a fucking career, trying to revitalize his career and trying to get a max contract in the offseason. Meanwhile, the Broncos look like they finally woke up and they're off and running. This is a stay away game for me. If you had to lean one way or another, I'll take the Broncos -3. Vikings have already won back-to-back games with Josh Dobbs. At some point, he's not going to go undefeated. Give me the fucking Broncos coming off, 10-day fucking rest. And they beat the fucking Bills. So to me, I like the Broncos here, -3, but that's not an official play for me. But if you guys want it, there it is. You guys can keep it. Jets at Bills, stay away game for me. I feel like this is a retribution game for the Bills, but I feel like at the same time, the Bills are just off right now. It's hard to describe. It feels like the Bills are just off. The Bills should win this game. Another one. My brain says the Bills. My gut says the Jets. Same thing with the Broncos. My brain says the Broncos. My gut says the Vikings could pull off the upset. Same thing with the Chiefs. My brain says the Eagles. My gut says the Chiefs. So it's tough, man. So yeah, these are all stay away games for me. I'm staying away from the Jets and Bills. I'm staying away from the Vikings and Broncos. And I'm staying away from the Eagles and Chiefs. But the last game I want to give you guys, and to me it's a really good play to me. I like the Bucks at the 49ers. I think that's fucking all day. Give me the fucking teaser right here. Where is it? San Francisco -12, over under 41. So this is going to be, man, it's going to be what, my third teaser? Fuck it. Third teaser. Give me San Francisco on the 7-point teaser. Let me get San Fran -5. And then on the over-under, let me get it over 35. Same as the Dallas Cowboys. I think San Fran's probably going to blow them out by at least 20-30. Just like Cowboys are probably going to win by 20-30. And I think over 35 is easy because I think Cowboys score 35 and I think the San Fran scores 35. I think 49ers are putting up at least 35 on that ass, and I think so will the fucking Cowboys. I think the Cowboys and the 49ers are all going to win the same way. I think 49ers are going to win something like 38-17, and I think the Cowboys are probably going to win 38-17, right? And in both cases, the Bucks and the Panthers are probably just going to throw some, late garbage time touchdowns. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's how I see it playing out. I really, really do. Eagles-Chiefs, that's a stay-away game. My brain says the Eagles. My gut says the Chiefs. Broncos, that -3 looks interesting. Buffalo, I wanted the Buffalo. I wanted them on the teaser. I wanted to get them -1, close to even, and then probably taking the over-under on that game. Let's take a look at it real quick before I move on and get out of here. The over-under on the Buffalo versus the Jets, 39. Yeah, that's tough to me. Stay away. Stay away from the Jets and Bills. Stay away from the Vikings at Broncos, even though the -3 looks good to me. And the Eagles and Jets, again, my brain says Eagle, my gut says Chiefs, especially in Kansas City. I'm just going to take the easy money this weekend. I'm going to cash out by the afternoon. Bucks at 49ers, in-game teaser. Cardinals, give me Cards on the money line. Another teaser. I have a lot of teasers. Cowboys in-game teaser. I gave you that shit. Titans at Jags. Again, I like the Jags -1, and I also like that with the Lions, getting them down to -1, and then the Raiders. Give me the Raiders on the money line, and then, if you guys want to do, a teaser sounds good on the Raiders, but not really. Nah, not really. I'll just take the Raiders on the money line. But the over still looks good to me. So anyways, that's all my bets for the week right there, man. Again, I really wanted to take the Bills -1, but I feel like there's so much drama and bullshit going on with him and Diggs. But at the same time, the Jets just lost to the fucking Raiders, who have a lot of momentum. But bro, it's the fucking bitch-ass Raiders. Are you kidding me? So I don't know, man. I just feel like the Bills need to win this game. If the Bills lose this game, they're probably not making the playoffs. I feel like this game right now, the Bills game, their season's on the line. So if you guys want to take a teaser on that, I would tease the Detroit Lions, and you could take them with the Bills, and that way you can get them both -1. Or you can take the Cowboys 3.5 and the Bills with -1. Or you can take the the Niners 5 and you can take the Bills -1. Or you can take the Jags -1 and the Bills -1. You can find a teaser on it if you like. Again, I think the Bills season's on the line. Doesn't mean they're going to win. And I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Allen comes with more of that fucking dumb shit. Vikings, Broncos. I really like the Broncos, leaning the Broncos 3. I feel like the Vikings run is over. I think Josh Dobbs is getting overheated. I think we're seeing Linsanity. But would it really surprise you if the refs fucking rig this game so the Vikings win? That way on Monday morning, all we do is keep talking about Josh Dobbs this. But I could also see them rigging it so the Broncos win. So that way we can go back to talking about the Broncos being 5-5. And oh my God, have they found their midseason stride? OMG, Russell Wilson, the motherfucking OG. Sean Payton finally figured this thing around. Oh my God, are they about to make a run in the postseason? Ay, Dios mío. Can you imagine Monday morning on ESPN? Da-na-na, da-na-na. Russell Wilson got his swag back. Wouldn't surprise me. Again, -3 look good to me, but it's a stay-away game because I feel like the NFL really likes Josh Dobbs. Bills and Jets, I feel like the Bills are going to be buried and they're not going to make the postseason if they lose this game and fall to 5-6. So to me, stay-away games. And then finally, Philly at fucking Chiefs. My brain says Eagles. My heart, my gut, my stomach says motherfucking Chiefs because it's Patrick Mahomes time, if you ask me, even though their fucking offense sucks. But Jalen Hurts lost a lot of key players on defense when he got that max contract, if you ask me. Seahawks, Rams, stay away. McVay coming off a bye week, but Seahawks are the better team. Stay away, fade away. Steelers at Browns, nobody fucking cares. Chargers and Packers, fuck that game. Both coaches should get fired. And Giants and Commanders, another game nobody's really going to watch. I can't believe that game is on Fox. That's fucking bullshit. So with that being said, Titans at Jags, told you that's part of the teaser. Cardinals fight, again, Kyler Murray fighting for his fucking job. So that's about it for me. Other than that, same thing, NBA. I gave you guys all the tips. I gave you guys all the advice. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next week. Again, any questions, any comments, any concerns, drop a fucking comment in the comments section. Other than that, thanks for riding, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for rolling with the one and only, the motherfucking general, homie.